Greetings, my peeps, and welcome to the All Things Basketball Podcast with your boy GD. In this episode, I'll be recapping the 2026 WNBA Draft, and we'll be talking free agency as well. I'm going to do it differently, so just hang on for the whole ride, and you'll get the gist of it. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, guys, it's your boy GD back with the All Things Basketball with GD podcast. And guys, we just had the WNBA draft that took place. All the women that were involved in that as far as getting drafted. We'll talk about all of that. And then free agency period. It has been bonkers, guys. It started on Saturday, April 11th, and it's been going strong, man. I mean, a lot of surprises, a lot of head scratching, but we'll get into all of it. So what I'm going to do is, instead of me going into the draft recap and then into free agency, I'm going to intertwine it all. We'll go through all 15 teams. We'll go through the free agency. We'll go through who's under contract, and then we'll go through their draft. So that's how I'm going to do it, guys. So this way it saves time a little bit, but you'll get to encapsulate everything within each team. That's the important thing. So with that said, let's get into it, guys. So we're going to do it alphabetical, guys. And we will start with the Atlanta Dream. Now, the Atlanta Dream, prior to free agency, we all know about the Angel deal. In fact, I spoke about it in the last episode, Angel Reese going to the Atlanta Dream. So you have her locked in, and she's still on her rookie contract. Now, you have the players now that you have to surround her with. And the Atlanta Dream, they locked up their core players, guys. Alicia Gray, they locked her in 3 years, $4.2 million, guys. For their stellar star, Alicia Gray. So she's locked in, guys. Then we talk Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard, she gets a 3-year deal, guys. A little less than what Alicia got. She gets 3 years, $3.3 million. So she gets her nice bag, guys. Ryan Howard getting locked in for 3 years as well. But wait, there's more, guys. Brianna Jones. Remember, she came last year coming from the Connecticut Sun, and she had a fine year for them, all-star season, in fact. She's locked in, guys. 3 years, $3 million. So she's getting $1 million per. So kudos to her. Then you have the point guard, Jordan Canada. She gets a 2-year deal, guys. $1.3 million she'll get on her contract, guys. So you have your pretty much your starters right there, guys. Your shooting guard, small forward, I think Brianna Jones will be the center. Of course, Angel Reese will be the power. And then your point guard and Jordan Canada. And they were not done, guys. Nas Hillman, they're keeping her, guys. Last year, she was sixth player of the year. So she's locked in as well, guys. 3 years, $2.5 million for Nas Hillman. She had a fine season, guys. coming off that bench and actually eventually starting because she ended up, they initially started Brittany Griner, but after a while they started bringing Brittany Griner off the bench. So Nas Hillman getting her nice bag as well, guys. And then also, guys, you have players like Lorella Kobag and Sika Kone. Both of those ladies signed as well. The details to be announced. So there you have that. Now, under contract, guys, of course, you have Angel Reese that's on her. Like I said, she's on her rookie deal, so you have her locked in. Tahina Pow, who had a nice rookie season, by the way, guys, as your backup point guard. Taylor Theory as well. And then now you'll have Isobel Borlace, and she'll be on her rookie deal, guys. She was drafted in the 2024 draft, so you have her as well. So you have all those manageable contracts between Reese, Pow, Theory, and Borlace. Now, the draft. In the draft, guys, at the 13th pick in the draft, they get Medina Okot from South Carolina. The center coming out of Kenya, guys. She's only played pro ball, from what I understand, a couple of seasons. So she's raw, but there's a whole lot there to work with. So she'll come in, she'll learn from veterans like, believe it or not, Angel Reese is now considered a veteran, 2 years in the league. She'll learn from a Brianna Jones and a Nas Hillman as well. So nice pick for them. Like I said, center, she's 6'6", so she's got the height. She can defend the paint. But again, very raw, guys. So it'll be up to that coaching staff over there, Carl Schmetzko. He'll be able to mold and develop her. And then also in the draft, India Nevar, they got from the University of North Carolina. And then in the third round, Kija Ran is coming out of Japan. So that could be one of those draft and stash sort of deals for the Atlanta Dream. But the Atlanta Dream overall, they had a very solid free agency, and the draft, you'll take those pieces. Those are pieces you can develop. There's no real rush on them, so kudos to them for that. All right, let us continue on. The Chicago Sky. Now, there's a podcast I listen to, Quita Love Sports. She does an excellent job covering the WNBA. She's a Chicago Sky fan. And she covers women's college basketball as well. And, of course, she was steamed about the Angel Reese trade, like many were. But you know something? Chicago Sky, they kind of righted themselves, to be honest. Here's what they did. They bring back Azurá Stevens. Remember, she was with them for a few years. In fact, she was on that championship team of theirs. So they bring her back 3 years, $3 million plus. So they bring her. Also, they signed Skylar Diggins. Skylar Diggins will be your floor general. 2 years at $1.8 million. So she got a nice bag. And wait, they were not done. Dejanay Carrington, guys, coming there on a 1 year kind of prove it deal. 1 year, $650,000 $100,000, guys. So very nice pickup there. And then also they re-signed some of their players from last year. Courtney Vandersloot. Now remember, guys, she's coming off that ACL. So at her age, coming off the ACL, not an easy proposition there. 2 years, $1.5 million. So they kind of reward her basically. I say it's like a, what you call a, for all your service over the years for that franchise. So they give her that kind of deal. And then also Elizabeth Williams seemed like she's been there forever. 2 years, $1.2 million for her. So she stays with the Sky. And then Rachel Banham, she's staying there on a 1-year deal, $425,000. Now, under contract, guys, we have to start with Camila Cardozo. So she'll be there, guys. As it appears, if I had to guess let me talk about who else is on the contract before I do that. So you have Cardozo. You get Rickea Jackson in a trade with the LA Sparks, and you trade her for Ariel Atkins. Now, guys, someone I follow, DJ Treacy Treese, was livid about the rumors of this, and then it came to fruition, guys. So, yeah, she was a happy camper. But rumor has it, Rickea Jackson wanted out of LA. And I don't know if I even should repeat this, but supposedly there was trouble in the locker room over there with her and other players. So she wanted out anyhow. So the LA front office obliged her, sends her to Chicago, which is, kind of it's Midwest. She's from Detroit, so you're in that vicinity per se. So you got Rickea Jackson there that you have on her rookie deal. Also, J.C. Sheldon. Now this, I couldn't even believe this. They got her via trade. They traded for J.C. Sheldon coming from Washington, from the Washington Mystics. They traded her for a #1 pick in next year's draft. Absolutely, you can't do it like that. I understand. I get it. She's a tough, hard-nosed player, but she's not worthy of trading her for a first-round pick is outrageous. But the GM over there, man, he must got naked pictures of somebody for this guy to still be on the job. Forget about it. So, yeah, so they'll have her on her rookie deal. Maddie Westbelt, who actually came on towards the latter end of the season, guys. So you have her in the fold, and Haley Van Lith. A lot of people were saying, why can't you get rid of her? Because right now it don't even look like she's going to get a lot of burn as far as playing time goes. So you have her on a rookie deal. And then you have Aisha Coulibaly, a 2025 draft pick of yours. She'll be on her rookie deal. So there you have that. So those are your players under contract. If I had to venture to take a guess, your starting five will be Azurá Stevens, Skylar Diggins, Dejanay Carrington, Rickea Jackson, and I'm missing a person, and Camila Cardozo. That'll probably be your starting five, which, a lot of Chicago Sky fans, especially those who were rooting for Angel Reese, were beside themselves, but they kind of righted themselves. Well, when you have all this money to throw at people, so You you really can't lose unless you get bad personnel. So, but we'll see how it transpires with this team. Now, as far as their draft picks go, they did get. Oh, I don't even have it down. Give me 1 second, guys. I can't believe I didn't have their picks here. But they had a pretty good draft. In the 5th pick, they got Gabriela Jaquez. They got her from the University of UCLA. In fact, UCLA. She's a UCLA product. So they got her, guys, with the 5th pick in the she is a shooting guard, 6 feet tall. I thought that was a very nice pick for them. And then at pick 21, they get Latasha Lattimore out of Ole Miss, a power forward there. And then with the 32nd pick, Tony Morgan from out of Kentucky, a point guard. But Jaquez is a player who I'd say she's like a Swiss Army knife type player. She can do a lot of things for you. If you need her to score, she can score. You need her to defend, she can defend. You need her to handle the ball, she can do that as well. So I thought this was an excellent pick. And a lot of people say this is too high. No, after what she did in that final game that clinched UCLA the championship, I say her stock was on the rise anyhow. So excellent pick for them, I thought. Then you have Lattimore. She's bounced around a bit, through the transfer portal and ending up with Ole Miss. But we'll see as far as that goes, whether she's able to make this roster. And then as far as Morgan, kind of an outside shot there. You got Diggins, you got Van der Sloot there, so it'll be kind of hard for her to squeeze in there. So, and then you still have Van Lift on the roster as well. So it'll be tough for her to make the roster. So, but Chicago, I say, it didn't start great for you guys, but you kind of pulled it out in free agency. So you got a competitive team. What they bring to the table, we'll see what happens. So there you go. All right, so that is Chicago. Let us continue. The Connecticut Sun. Now, guys, they have one more season in Connecticut before they head out to Texas, to Houston, where they'll be relocating. So with that said, you get in free agency, Brittany Griner goes to Connecticut. A lot of people are scratching their head, but this is for a bigger play, guys. It's a 1-year deal at nearly $1.2 million. So there is that. But Brittany Griner's looking at the fact that they'll end up in Texas. Now, she's a Texas native, guys, so bear that in mind. So she'll parlay this to probably, depending on what she has left in the tank. I think last year was kind of a disappointing season for her. While at Atlanta, I guess they thought she's kind of slowed down the offense. They put her to the bench. But, hey, Connecticut, she'll get all the minutes she can handle probably. So, so it's an opportunity here for her. So we'll see how she makes out as far as that goes. But Brittany Griner on the move to the Connecticut Sun, looking long term at going to Houston when they make that move. Also, you get Kennedy Burke, former New York Liberty player who played very well for them last season, guys, kind of filling that role that Kayla Thornton filled for them. So she heads to Connecticut. 1 year, $1 million, guys. So she gets herself a big bag. And to be honest, Connecticut, I think they overpaid on this one, but you have to get the money somewhere. So Kennedy Burke, she'll be fine for them. She'll be fine. Olivia Nelson Ododo. She's staying, guys, 2 years, $1.4 million. So Nelson Ododo stays. She's their center there. You might slide her to the power forward with Brittany Griner coming in. You could do that. We'll see. And then you bring in a Shea Petty on a training camp deal. So we'll see what happens, what goes on there. But that's about it as far as free agency, guys. Not a lot of movement there. I think a lot of it is because of that impending move to Texas. So a lot of people don't want to lock in because you go to Connecticut there for a year and then you got to move your stuff and go to Texas. So I think people are hesitant as far as going there in free agency. I think next year will be the year where you can get some free agents in, but not this year. Under contract, you got a lot of young players here. Sanaya Rivers, who had a fine rookie season, guys. Leah LeConte, I thought she looked very well for them as also. Anissa Morrow, I think she's on the come up, guys. So expecting some good things from her. Aaliyah Edwards, I keep forgetting Leah Edwards is on this squad, but she's in this mix, guys. And then Diamond Miller, you got via trade, guys. So Diamond Miller coming from the Dallas Wings. Yeah, I think this year is kind of a prove-it year for Diamond Miller. She's kind of bounced around, guys. She's had so much promise. She was the second pick in that draft, the draft prior to, I think it was 2023. So, a lot is expected of her. So she has an opportunity here, guys. So we'll see what she does. So there you have that. As far as their draft goes, kind of, yeah. In the draft at the 12th pick, they get Nell Agloma out of France, a small forward who we'll see if she comes over. You know how things can go internationally. So there you go with that. At the 15th pick, Gianna Nepkins out of UCLA, their shooting guard, player that can launch it from three. You get her with the 15th pick. And then with the 18th pick, you get her teammate, Charlize Legler Walker out of UCLA also. And then with the 37th pick, you get Taylor Bigby out of TCU, a shooting guard as well, guys. So, but as far as the Sun go, there's a lot to be determined as far as how the rest of this roster looks. So we'll see how it turns out for them. But this will be a year transition, that's for sure. Let us move on to Dallas Wings. Now, you talk about a team that had a fine draft and then a fine free agency. The Dallas Wings did that. I mean, they're bringing talent and surrounding Paige Bueckers with that talent. Let's start off with Alana Smith, coming from Minnesota, the center for them. Actually, the co-defensive player of the year. So she comes in there 3 years. She actually got the max, guys. 3 years, $3.7 million, guys. So she gets a nice, huge bag. And they were not done. They also got Jessica Shepard, another Minnesota Lynx, to come there 2 years, $2 million. And then they lock in their own player, Arika Ogunbowale. She's getting a 7-year deal, guys. And if I have to estimate, it'll probably end up being somewhere around $8.4 million when all is said and done. So Arika Ogunbowale, a lot of people thought that, hey, she might be on the move, guys, in free agency. That wasn't to be, guys. She's staying in Dallas. They're trusting that last season was kind of injury riddled for her, so they're willing to throw caution to the wind and bring her back in there to play with Paige. So Arika Ogunbowale there to stay in Dallas. Also, Awakua, who took the year off last year, but now she's coming back 1 year, $525,000. So she did the smart thing. She went overseas to play over there for a while, came back and got her a bag. So there you go with that. Lindsay Allen. They signed a veteran guard in Lindsay Allen. She's getting, guys, a 1 year deal, $410,000. So nice haul for Lindsay Allen, who will be a bench player for them. Somebody coming off your bench giving you pop there. And then Amy Okongwu, she's on a training camp contract, so we'll see how she makes out with that. Now, as far as under contract, and this just came down the pike, guys. Alicia Clark on a 1 year deal, guys. I didn't get the terms of the deal, but I tell you what, you get somebody like Alicia Clark coming in, you get yourself a seasoned veteran she's seen championships won, so somebody you definitely would be an asset in your locker room, guys. So Alicia Clark coming to, right here. Yep, 1 year deal. Probably a veteran's minimum. So you're talking probably like 400,000, probably like the same kind of deal for Lindsay Allen. So nice deal and invaluable with her knowledge and expertise as far as that goes. Under contract, Paige Bueckers, of course, on her rookie deal. Isaiah James, who started coming on late last season, so you have her in the fold. JJ Quinterly, another young player for them who's a building block piece. Maddie Segrist, she'll be back in the fold for them. Rhea Marshall, who they got via trade. That's the trade that sent Diamond Miller to Connecticut. So they get Rhea Marshall. She's a big, guys. So someone you would need there. Cheyenne Sellers as well. Now, as far as Lee Yuru, not sure what's happening with her. So we'll keep our ear to the pavement as far as that goes. And as far as starters, Alana Smith, Jessica Shepard, Paige Beckers, Arike Agumbawale. Your fifth starter, maybe it's Isaiah James. We'll see. Not sure if it's going to be the number one pick in the draft, Asia Fudd. Maybe it is. Maybe she comes in and gets the starting role. So in the draft, they get AZ Fudd out of UConn, guys, shooting guard, 5'11". So someone who can give you solid numbers across the board. In fact, she flirted with a 50, 40, 90 season. So she's that type of player coming in. Someone who knows Paige very well from their years in UConn. So I heard Mello say it. Hey, if it worked over there in UConn for those years, why not try it in the W? So Asia Fudd, the number one pick in the draft last night. And then the 31st pick, Z Spearman out of Tennessee. I think this is a pick that could fly under the radar. She's a power forward, 6'4". Didn't have as good a season as she had in her junior year, but the talent is there, guys. So you got new coach in Jose Fernandez who can possibly bring that out of her. So we'll see how that shakes out. But Dallas is a team that, if form holds, guys, they'll be in the mix as far as, a team having a say-so as far as the playoffs goes. So there you go with that. Let us continue on. The Golden State Valkyrie, guys, they had an interesting draft last night, but their free agency went pretty well, guys. Veronica Burton, the most improved player for last season. She gets a 3-year deal, just shy of $3 million, guys. I say she's had, since she was selected in that expansion draft for the Valkyrie, up until now, she's had a whirlwind sort of season and off season, whether it be competing in the 3-on-3 for Team USA or 3-on-3 in Unrivaled. And also going to tryouts for the national team as far as the Olympic team. Well, the Team USA going to the World Cup. She was there at their practice as well. So Veronica Burton getting a nice bag for her. Also, they were able to bring in Gabby Williams, guys, coming from Seattle. She comes over 3 years. They give her max deal, guys, 3 years, $3.7 million. So she will be your catalyst, guys, as far as that goes. So tremendous pickup for the Valkyrie. And then your all-star from last year, Kayla Thornton, she comes back on a 1-year, $750,000 deal. Nice deal for her. Remember, she went down with the knee injury, like towards the midway. Actually, it was right after the All-Star break. So you get her back now. Hopefully she's healthy. She's ready to go. Also, you bring in Kia Stokes coming from the Las Vegas Aces, guys. She gets a 2-year, over $760,000, guys. So Kia Stokes gets a nice little piece of change there. She comes over with championship resume on her. So Kia Stokes, and somebody you could definitely use. She's a glue player, guys. She'll go in, she'll do the dirty work. So I thought this was a nice get for the Valkyrie. And Kayla Charles, she gets a 2-year, $1.2 million deal for her. So Valkyrie's shoring up things, guys, as far as free agency goes. Now, as far as players under contract, you still have Kate Martin, a very popular player there. Also, Ileana Rupert, who I thought played very well for them, especially going into the playoff. Janelle Salon, another good player. Cecilia Zandalicini, solid player there. And then you're going to get your draft pick that you had from last year. Joste Jasti, who you had picked in last year's draft. She'll be coming over. So that's another player to add to the fold, guys. Now, as far as the draft, now initially they took Flau'jae Johnson with the 8th pick. And then come around later and they make this trade. They trade Flau'jae to Seattle for the 16th pick in the draft. Marta Suarez out of TCU, guys. A forward, bigger forward, a small forward, 6'3". And also you get a second-round pick from Seattle in this deal. So, which could be a high pick since Seattle will probably be in rebuild mode. But the GM, Ohima Nayanen, she took a lot of heat for this trade. A lot of heat. And let me read to you what she said as far as that goes. I think I took a screenshot of it. Yeah. Yeah, I took a screenshot of it. Let me go to it. Oh, yeah, it didn't give me the screenshot. My bad. So I'll find it another way. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. Yeah. This is her explaining the deal. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had it there. Okay, I'll just read it to you. So she makes this deal, and she shed light on a lot of people thought it was a crazy move, but this is what she said. Seattle and I had an agreement to trade picks prior to any athlete selection. I want to be super clear about the draft. This had nothing to do with Flau'jae or any specific athlete selection. So, and she continues on. She doesn't want to make judgments on particular players. Just they thought Suarez was someone that she was targeting and that somebody she had her eye on. So for what it is. So they made that trade. But yeah, so it was a little bizarre. And as far as the rest of the draft goes, at the 23rd pick, they pick Ashlyn Jackson out of Duke. Remember, she had the shot, actually, ironically, over Flau'jae Johnson in that game versus LSU. So it would have turned out, if they kept the pick, Flau'jae and Ashlyn would have been teammates, which would have been very, very ironic. And then with the 38th pick, they pick Kokoro Tanaka out of Japan, a shooting guard also. So there you go there. But Gold State Valkyrie, that they've added valuable piece in Gabby Williams. Most of the rest of the squad is pretty much intact. So, so we'll see what happens with them. Let us move on. The Indiana Fever. Oh, I've been waiting to talk about them. So, Indiana, what they end up doing, they get Monique Billings, coming from, who did she play for last season? It wasn't the Valkyrie. Anyhow, so they get her. Now, Mo Billings, she played an Unrivaled with Kelsey Mitchell, so there's a bit of a chemistry there. And also, in the World Cup qualifiers, her and Caitlin Clark formed kind of a pretty good chemistry there. So there you have that. But sports track, yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, so as far as they go, Mo Billings, they get her on a 2-year, $1.6 million deal. So Mo Billings, like I said, has that chemistry with Mitchell, has the chemistry with Clark. So a nice piece for them to bring in. They also bring back Damaris Dantas. They bring her back to the fold. They add also Taisha Harris. You bring her in, and her deal is a 1-year deal, $400,000. So you bring her into the mix. Also, guys, they re-signed a couple of their players. They re-signed Lexi Hall. They bring her back on a 2-year, $1.5 million deal, guys. So Lexi Hall, we know she's known for her defense. She's a 3-and-D player, guys. A bestie of Caitlin Clark. So they bring her back, give her a nice bag. And much to my chagrin, guys, Sophie Cunningham is brought back. You knew she wasn't leaving, guys. You knew she was not leaving. She's getting so much notoriety being on the Indiana Fever, so eyeballs on her. So you knew whatever bag they threw at her, she was going to take. So 1 year, $665,000. So, but Sophie Cunningham back for the Indiana Fever. And also, Maisha Hines-Allen, they bring her in, guys. Don't have the terms of that deal. Was trying to look for that, see if I saw it, but I did not. Let me check this again. Yeah, I know it's not on a training camp deal, so they didn't disclose the terms. So there you go. But Kelsey Mitchell getting the max deal for the Indiana Fever. 1 year, $1.4 million. So she's doing a 1-year deal. So I say this opens her up to, possibly do a little moving around when all is said and done. So we'll see. But Kelsey Mitchell getting a nice chunk of change. So good for her. As far as players under contract, Caitlin Clark, obviously, Aaliyah Boston, and Michaela Timpson, all on their rookie deals, guys. So there you go. Now, in terms of the draft, they draft at the number 10 position. They were clamoring for Gabrielle Jaquez. She did not fall down to them. So they pick Raven Johnson out of South Carolina. Point guard, 5'9", defensive stalwart, guys. And we know the work she did on actually her now future teammate, Caitlin Clark, in the NCAA finals a couple of years back. Well, back in 2024, where she held her to 12 points over 3 periods. So, mind you, she was lighting up Bria Hall, but they put Raven on her, and it was like seatbelt gang. So, so they bring her in, and now, guys, you have I'm not going to say the Indiana Fever fans. These are the Caitlin Clark mean boys that are on socials, and they're panning this deal, saying, of course, bringing up what I just brought up as far as what she did in the finals to Caitlin. So to bring that up, and and mind you, prior to that, she went through it. Well, actually, after that, those Caitlin fans, a certain segment of them that are the horrible, disgusting people going on socials and just spewing their hatred. Those people there. So now she's an Indiana Fever player. Majority of people are welcoming her warmly. I'm usually on the Indiana Fever social pages just to make sure things are going all right. Remember a few years back how poor Leah Boston had to get off socials because of these people, but I digress. So I kind of monitor things to see if people are on the up and up, as far as that goes. But they say, but we needed another big player. But here's my thing. You brought in Mo Billings. You have Aaliyah Boston. Looks like you got locked in Maisha Hines-Allen, who's an enforcer, by the way, guys. Everybody say, oh, Sophie, bring her back. She's an enforcer. No, Hines-Allen is a real enforcer, not a phony one like Sophie is. Hines-Allen don't take wooden nickels. Let's put it that way. So you got a real one now. So there you go. But so they want a big. I'm like, you got some, and then you can add on to that. So I think this is a brilliant pick because Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell, they can get burnt there in the back court. You bring in a Raven Johnson, she can lock up a player. So I think this is a brilliant draft pick. So we'll see how it pans out for her. Well, I'm rooting for her. That's for sure. And then with the 25th pick, Justine Pissot out of Vandy, a shooting guard, big shooting guard, 6'4". And then with the 40th pick, Jessica Timmons out of Alabama. And that's a shooting guard. for Indiana. But hey, Indiana, I thought they did pretty good in free agency. I don't think they're done. I think they could add another piece or two, possibly. We'll see what happens. So there you go. There. Oh wow, it's gone kind of long. So I still have. Here's what we're gonna do. Gonna end it here, guys, and then I'm gonna do the rest of the teams. I'm gonna kind of run through them pretty quick. So. All right, guys, I thank you for listening. As always, all things basketball with gd.com is the website. There you find my clips, my full episodes. Also, guys, on YouTube, I got my YouTube channel, podcast platforms. I'm on all of them. So leave reviews, good reviews, guys. Thank you very much. Yes. And then also, guys, as far as social media, TikTok, Instagram, some Facebook, some Blue Sky. Also, donate, guys. Donate buttons on my website, PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, and Spotify donate. And then to scroll my Cash App, $GD-ThatSportsDude. Again, $GD-ThatSportsDude. Email the show at allthingsbasketballgd@outlook.com. That's where you can write to the show and all those sort of things. Thank you for listening. As always, guys, I'll have the rest of those breakdowns of the teams, and we'll come back with that very soon. All right, guys, thank you for listening as always, and take care.